Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing alright. Just randomly, I was thinking about sitting in alphabetical order at school, like for exams and stuff. In the Ninja Academy days, there's a pretty good chance that Uchiha and Uzumaki would be right next to each other. Surnames that begin with U aren't exactly common. I can just imagine Naruto hating on Sasuke as he's continuously writing during an exam, and Naruto just kind of waiting out the time. Anyway, let's get into the video. Choji loses the fight against the bandaged sound ninja. He did have a strategy, hiding his ear so that the sound vibrations wouldn't affect him, but sound waves travel through the human body as well, and so that was it. The guy has also clicked that Orochimaru was manipulating him and his colleagues, and now he desires to prove that he is more than just a puppet. I had hoped that Iruka was watching his ninjas perform quite well during the exams, but he is diligently teaching the next generation of shinobi. Kakashi leaves the arena, asking Sakura to note the details of the next round on his behalf. She's exactly the right person to ask to do something like that. She gives off very strong class president energy. Orochimaru and Kabuto are just chatting out in the open about Orochimaru's plans to plunge the world into war and chaos. They're not even hiding or anything.
From now on, each of the hidden villages will clash with each other in a long and violent struggle. And it's your intention to be the trigger for all that hostility by using Sasuke as a bullet.
You guess very well. So well that it's a bit creepy, in fact.
Gosh, guys, Orochimaru looks real fine in this all-black outfit, and I think I'm infatuated with the sound of his voice and the way he speaks, and also his snake eyes, which really surprises me. I really hope he and Kakashi fight. That would be a real dream for me. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. There's some verbal jousting going on between Kabuto and Orochimaru, the kind of tension that makes sense to exist among villains. How do you trust each other if you're a bunch of spies and betrayers? Orochimaru wants Kabuto to kidnap Sasuke to get him away from Naruto, who is having a positive effect on Sasuke's heart, which is bad for Orochimaru, who wants it filled with darkness and evil.
Kabuto, wait. You know it's your desire to stop me. Our only chance is to kill Sasuke now. You can't possibly hope to kill me. Even if you did have the courage, it's worthless. I'm just kidding you. Well, you'd better run along now. Don't forget, I'm trusting you, Kabuto.
Is Kabuto trying to be aligned with the bad guy only to betray him at the last moment? I have no idea. I am curious what the significance is of this altar with the candles. Back in the arena, the Hokage informs the remaining candidates that the exams will resume in a month. Now that they've seen each other's moves, they can train and prepare. Prominent individuals from other villages will be traveling to the Leaf Village in order to watch their performance. Kabuto beats up all Sasuke's guards, who are those elite Anbu dudes. He seems to feel sorry for Sasuke because he's so young. Unfortunately for both of them, they couldn't escape Orochimaru's notice. Now, just this one sentence, this one interaction, makes me wonder what exactly the story is between Kabuto and Orochimaru. Seems like he's going to kill Sasuke, but Kakashi stops him and remarks that he pulled out his weapon as soon as he sensed Kakashi. So, was he about to kill Sasuke, or was he preparing for Kakashi's arrival?
So what do you want with Sasuke? Finding you like this, I ought to haul you in for questioning.
Yes, Kakashi, you should definitely do that.
So why don't we skip the middleman and let me go?
You smart alecky little brat. I'll teach you to mess around with grown-ups.
As he raises his weapon, Kabuto puts his blade to Sasuke's throat. Sensei is able to move very fast to take him out, and then the Anbu start coming back to life, and Kakashi makes a clone But then one of the Anbu gets away and it's Kabuto, and he was using a dead soul jutsu to pull some zombie switcheroo shenanigans. Very cool. Well played, Kabuto. Back in the arena, the next pair-ups are announced, and Naruto is going against Neji and Sasuke against Gaara. He didn't even get to see him fight Rock Lee. Our boys got the worst opponents, though narratively it makes sense for Naruto to fight Neji to avenge Hinata. He certainly seems pleased. Anxious to begin, Naruto goes to the hospital in search of Kakashi-sensei, who explains that he's unable to train Naruto because he's got other things to deal with, including training Sasuke, which is a bummer for Naruto, but it does make sense. Who else but Kakashi to teach Sasuke about the Sharingan? Sensei has found a different teacher for Naruto, and it's the guy from episode 2 who was always hounding Konohamaru. I did not expect to see him again. I quite enjoyed the whole interaction between these three. It's nice to get some comedy again after an intense couple of episodes. Poor Ebisu was very traumatized by Naruto's harem jutsu, and so was I, to be honest. I had hoped to never see it again.
Harem jutsu?
Oh, it's nothing. Just a little joke we shared. Look, I'll make you a deal. Keep quiet about that, and I'll buy you anything you want to eat.
Well, well, I had no idea you two were acquainted.
Yes, we go way back.
Naruto really shouts way too much. I'm feeling a lot of affection for him at this point because he's behaved so honorably the last few episodes, but his bratty behavior is annoying. Kakashi tries to convince him to give Ebisu a try because he's an elite teacher and Naruto's fundamentals need work. He proves himself to a reluctant Naruto by allowing the boy to attempt to run away from him, but no matter what he does, the knucklehead ninja just can't shake the guy. So he eventually gives in, acknowledging that he has something to learn from the guy, and they go for ramen. I noticed they're doing a film adaptation of Kakashi-sensei's romance series. He must be pumped for that. Ebisu says that Naruto wastes his chakra, expending too much when he performs various jutsu. The reason he's been doing so well is because he's got inhuman amounts of chakra and energy. So Ebisu is going to teach him to be more efficient and have greater control.
You mean it?
I not only mean it, I guarantee it. Now if you're ready, let's begin.
This voice actor, Crispin Freeman, is one of my favorites.
Izaya! Stay out of Ikebukuro!
Well, it seems Shizu-chan has found me. See ya.
Izaya!
Izaya is something I say to myself for no real reason. And I'm currently rewatching Eureka 7 and he voices Holland, and I'm just impressed by him because his performance here is so different from the others I've heard from him. I also see he's going to be Itachi, and I look forward to that. Ebisu takes Naruto to a hot spring to teach him to walk on water. After failing a couple of times, he starts to get the hang of it, and Sensei is impressed by how quickly he starts to figure it out. And then he notices an old man spying on women's private section, and this noble man cannot stand for such deviant behavior and charges. Then the old man conjures a toad and takes him out.
What's wrong with you? Keep it down. Do you want to get us busted, you idiot?
So I know this is Jiraiya sensei, and Naruto called him Pervy Sage. I don't enjoy perv characters, so we'll see if this guy can find a place in my heart.
Hey, Perv, you awake? One way to find out. Hidden Finger Jutsu. 1,000 years of death!
This anime really does make me chuckle sometimes. So, Jiraiya writes the novels Kakashi reads, and considering the old man is just out here spying on women, I have to wonder what the content of these books is. There is a whole spectrum of romance novel, and I can only imagine what this perverted mind would produce. Oh, Kakashi, you're going to lose me to the dark side too? Jiraiya's obvious skill excites Naruto even though he doesn't like the pervy stuff. And I'm glad for Naruto to have a good teacher, so Neji doesn't kill him. But why is Jiraiya so creepily horny? Even the clouds are turning into ladies. I'm just going to skip over what happens in the next section of this episode. I don't want to think about it.
Okay, we'll just pretend none of that happened.
I'm going to try my best, but he doesn't make it easy. He begins helping Naruto and notices the seals on his belly. The original ones allow Naruto to make use of the nine-tailed fox's chakra, but this other seal that Orochimaru added is messing up the balance. He recognizes Orochimaru's handiwork and removes it, and now Naruto can successfully walk on water. Jiraiya explains to him that there are 2 chakras inside of him, and finally, someone is talking to him about this. I have been saying Iruka and Kakashi are slacking in explaining to him what's going on in his body. Naruto identifies blue chakra as his own and red chakra as this other entity inside of him. That night, Ebisu confronts Jiraiya and he's like, "Thank goodness you're back. The Hokage has been looking for you." And he's like, "Keep the Hokage out of my business. I'm just here to research my books and I don't care about any of this Orochimaru business." And Ebisu was like, "But you're one of the Sannin, just like Orochimaru." Is Master Jiraiya one of those characters that after years of fighting he's done with it and so he retires to the mountains to live a quiet life? Except in his case, he creeps on women at every available opportunity. Gaara is just chilling enjoying the full moon when the Sound Ninja decides to start a fight so he can get to Sasuke faster. Gaara dispatches him very quickly, and this is why I never bothered to learn his name. Also, what was he expecting? Did he not see the fight of Gaara versus Rock Lee? He thought he was going to be able to just kill him? He did not have a single mark on him after that fight. Talk about delusions. Gaara says that when the moon is full, its blood boils, and the shadows, his shadows, go all weird. Definitely a demon inside of Gaara.
Wait a minute. If they know who you are, and if people find out that you're having a secret meeting here with me, then the plan to destroy the Leaf Village will be completely ruined.
So Orochimaru and the Sound Village are in league with the Sand Village, who are supposed to be allies, but are now plotting the destruction of the Leaf Village. Why? So they can get more ninja business? Because Orochimaru wants to watch the world burn? The 3rd exam proctor heard all this information, but before he could tell someone else, the Sand Village Jonin stopped and killed him by using a wind jutsu. I liked this guy and I never caught his name. I kept waiting for someone else to say it and they never did, and now he's gone. Rest in peace. So going forward, I'm going to ignore Jiraiya's pervy moments as much as I can and the whole Naruto sexy jutsu thing and the dynamic developing with that. Naruto is like 13 years old and Jiraiya is not. At least someone is finally teaching Naruto about his full range of abilities.
And besides, I can't help it. I mean, I don't even understand those 2 types of chakra myself, all right?
Just keep trying. So he doesn't understand it, huh? Naruto probably still hasn't realized that his red chakra is really the nine-tailed fox's chakra.
It's almost like someone should tell him. Jiraiya avoids explicitly mentioning the fox demon and tells Naruto that he should focus on his strength and not train the way everyone else does. He needs to learn to access his red chakra so he can use huge amounts of chakra and do the jutsu that come along with that. They shall begin with a summoning jutsu.
Teleportation technique in which you sign a contract in blood with all kinds of living creatures and then summon them whenever you like with ninjutsu, your ninja art.
Naruto has to use up his normal blue chakra, and so he uses shadow clones to fight himself. once he's exhausted his chakra, Jiraiya summons his giant toad and produces a contract for Naruto to sign in blood. Naruto is far too trusting. He doesn't even know this man, and what he knows about this man is mostly bad. You can't just go around signing your name in blood because some creepy old man told you to. He doesn't know that Jiraiya is a famous ninja. Anyway, Naruto does it, but it doesn't quite work out the way it's supposed to. And he conjures a tadpole, which is kind of funny. But it also makes me wonder if some mama toad is just watching her baby tadpoles disappear over and over. Back in the village, some of the Anbu find Hayate's body. I got his name this time. I find the Jutsu sound effect to be very satisfying.
And this time I'm gonna summon a frog the size of a house!
Unfortunately for Naruto, he's still not quite able to summon a big toad. Meanwhile, the Hokage and other important shinobi are having a meeting. They're informed of Hayate's death, and there's some discussion as to who did it and what their motives are. Would another village betray the alliance? They might if it meant appeasing a ninja as powerful as Orochimaru. And this one guy is kind of a dick. We cut to Sakura in her bedroom. Her mom is calling her down for chores or whatever, and what a weird life. She is a ninja, going on missions and risking her life, and also she has chores. I think she's got some trauma from all that stuff that happened in the forest. Do the ninjas have access to counseling services? They really should. She wonders if she should have tried harder to stop Sasuke from fighting in the exams, and there really was nothing she could have done to stop him. It makes sense to me that her feelings for him would be much more real and deeper than at the start of the series, now that they've spent all this time together and she went through the experience of him dying. On the bridge, she believed Haku had killed him and she grieved. So she knows what it feels like to lose him, and I can imagine being afraid to have that experience again. Her initial feelings for him felt a bit shallow, like she liked him because he's handsome and a good shinobi, but now I can see her having more foundation for her feelings. She hasn't been permitted to visit him in the hospital and so decides to buy him flowers. I don't know why flowers would make it easier to get in to see him. It seems like Ino's family runs the flower shop, and so she and Sakura get into a fight over who gets to give Sasuke a flower first. Oh, to be a teenage girl, what a silly thing to fight about. Sakura also gets a flower for Lee, which is sweet and considerate of her. The girls run into Asuma, Choji and Shikamaru having a meal, and my first thought is how come Ino isn't with them?
Shikamaru, shouldn't you be training for the final exam instead of sitting around pigging out?
I have been training. Every day, all day. Asuma's a goddamn slave driver.
Glad to know that Shikamaru is also doing all of his training, but how come Sakura and Ino aren't training this? Because Choji is not going to be involved in the next round, but he's training. But then Asuma is bribing him. But we see a series of clips of the other teams training, and Tenten is training and she's not going to be in the next round. And Kiba is also training with Kurenai, and Hinata is watching from behind a tree, just being a weird little girl. She's supposed to be confident now. But I get it, these things don't happen overnight. There's also a weird silent scene with the sand ninjas. I assume it's the sensei telling them they're about to betray the Leaf Village, but I don't know. I guess the flowers worked because the girls get in to see Sasuke, but he's gone. Clothes and all.
Why is this so much harder than it used to be? Must be getting out of shape.
Kakashi Sensei is very impressive, and I get dizzy just thinking about this. I don't like high places.
Huh?
What's up?
So you finally showed up.
Oh Sasuke, you just gotta make like it's not a big deal, don't you? Sensei too. And then, because things have been too light-hearted recently, The girls go to visit Rock Lee and find him training despite his injuries. The nurse tries to stop him and he chases her away. He must complete his training and he will not be discounted. Heartbreakingly, he passes out before the last push-up. Man, why did Rock Lee have to go so hard? The exams would come again. He was doing things that you do if you were fighting a villain that threatened the existence of the world. But I get that he had something to prove to himself and to everyone.
Why, Ino? Huh? What is it that makes boys like that? They're always pushing things too far. Why ask me?
The boys in this anime certainly are very intense. To end the episode, we see Shikamaru and Shoji training, Ino and Sakura being sad and not training, and Naruto is able to summon a tadpole with legs now. Jiraiya clearly has all the best spots picked out because there are always women splashing around in the river. Anyway, this episode is 3 weeks later and Naruto still can't summon a toad. Is he only doing this or training in other ways too?
You need to put your life at risk.
My life?
That's right, it's no joke. Even so, are you willing to do it?
Of course, I always risk my life!
So they go for a bath to cleanse their bodies. Then Jiraiya asks him what he likes to eat and so takes him for ramen. Well, he goes with him to the ramen spot and disappears when the bill comes, leaving Naruto broke and sad. Then he asks if there's a girl he likes so he can go and hug her. I fear Pervy Sage is corrupting the promising youth of the Leaf Village.
But Sakura's gonna... No! But then again...
Just go already!
He knows that he shouldn't, but he's being led astray. And good for Sakura for not falling into his trap and punching him right in the face. I hope she is also training and not just moping around after Sasuke. Jiraiya punches Naruto out and it's clear he's about to do something dramatic to bring out Naruto's fox chakra. He theorizes that his small body naturally suppresses it because it's so intense. So what is required is an emotional, life-threatening situation. He sends out an apology to the 4th Hokage, who is the one who defeated the fox demon and sealed it inside of baby Naruto. I do have the spoiler of the 4th Hokage story. On the off chance someone is watching this and doesn't know the story, I won't say. But know that I know.
You don't wish to die, do something about it. Now!
What strength Jiraiya has, hey? Naruto tries to grab onto some stone, but it's too slippery. He has to use the power of the nine-tailed fox if he wants to survive. And Jiraiya is really taking a risk with Naruto. He couldn't do something where he is also able to catch Naruto or something. He's just watching and waiting. We cut away to Iruka Sensei teaching some fledgling ninjas about the Hokage. The current Hokage is the 3rd one and the 4th died in the battle with the nine-tailed fox. I guess when he died, the previous Hokage was the only one qualified for the job and so resumed the position. It would make sense why Hiruzen is such an old man. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, he's just very old. And it would make sense if there was actually a younger one that he replaced, given his age now.
Yeah, then I'm gonna be the 5th Hokage! I mean, I'm way strong and handsome too!
Well, you won't make it with the grades you have now.
This made me giggle. The Hokage tells the kids that as long as they live and die as they wish, it doesn't matter what they do. And the most important thing is protecting those precious to them. The Hokage is being quite likable in this scene. Also, this one shot of the 4th Hokage's carving makes him look super attractive. Naruto delves into his inner self, which is kinda not so appealing. Like, why does it look like a abandoned basement with leaky pipes? He comes across a massive gate, behind which awaits the very menacing nine-tailed fox.
Of course! The red chakra is this guy's chakra!
Yes, Naruto, geez.
Alright, look, you stupid fox! You're in my body and you owe me rent! So for payment, I'll take your chakra! You got that?
After all, if you die, I die. Your courage is most impressive, little boy.
And so Naruto has done it. He has made a bargain with the nine-tailed fox. He summons a giant toad, and it's the same one the fourth Hokage had. Well, I'm guessing it is because that one was smoking a pipe too. I only noticed this because as I was watching this episode, I went back to the first episode to see what they say about the fourth Hokage. And yeah, both toads have pipes, and they both have that long scar over their eye. So, my guess, same toad. And that's it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment if you want to say hi. Have a good day. Have a good week. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Kayla. Bye.